Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Tyson here with Diniz Farms, and today we're going to be finishing the winter wheat harvest, and then we'll likely bale out the straw, and if I still have time, we'll put some of the manure down. So let's get started here. First thing I gotta do is actually refuel the combine. Don't want to run out on the stream, that'd be embarrassing now, wouldn't it? I've never done that before. Hey Bryce, how's it going, man?
You always run out of fuel and everything, don't you, Tyson?
Yep. Hey Buckeye State Farms, how's it going? Wait, you're in the chat.
Yeah, it's going pretty well.
Just
Hey Farmer Dusty, I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing, man? Hey NC Farms Modding, how's it going? Wait, which side's the fuel nozzle on? The complete opposite side is what I believe the fuel tank is on. I believe the fuel tank on these is on the left side. I've never actually watched the combine get refueled, so one of you guys could probably tell me.
Right up there on the right side.
Oh, is it on the right?
Yeah.
Ah, crap. I had this right.
Well,
Close enough.
it's close enough to right.
The hose will reach.
Yeah. Pull somewhere.
Alright.
It fits its ships.
I'm good, NC Farms. Oh, I gotta get closer. Yes, Bryce, I love GMC trucks. I mean, I would love a Jeep truck, but, you know, I don't think you're gonna be able to put a fuel tank in a Gladiator. Maybe one of the actual old ones, but yeah, I've always liked the look of the GMC trucks. Even the modern ones, of all the trucks, I think they look the best. Oh, there goes the truck into the header. Let's see if I can refuel this thing now.
you need it.
Yeah.
Okay, this is going about as well as I predicted it could have.
Tyson, you need one of them Jeep FC pickup trucks.
Oh, I love those things so much, dude. They're actually, the short ones are actually a CJ5 frame. That's how small they are.
Hey.
Yep.
What's the one out of the Twister movie?
That's a Jeep J10 poncho. So that's like the high level trim. That would have been like getting a Cheyenne Silverado at the time. Okay, maybe the fuel. Maybe Sid has the fuel trigger on this side. This thing does work, right? Okay, it's not even letting me get into the fuel tank now. There we go. Oh, the fuel tank's empty. That's why.
Well, that'd help.
That's embarrassing.
Wow.
Hate it when that happens. Hey, HH Quarterhurst, yeah, I'm in my Discord, man. Hey, Louisiana, how's it going? Oh, Farmer Dusty, as long as you're hanging in there, that's all that counts, right? Bryce, it's, think of it more like modern day, but you're kind of just starting out kind of farm. Like first generation farmer. I think, honestly, if you wanted to put a year on it, I'd say like maybe 2006. I mean, this was kind of the equipment I grew up around when I was around 2006, 2008. Kiddo Farms, what is DEF? That doesn't exist in this era. No, Hack, I believe the best FS streamer on YouTube is obviously Cattle Ranch.
Jesus.
Oh. Well, yeah, like that'll ever happen.
That almost made me swallow my dip.
Oh my god. I guess he was on Twitch when he tried his whole streaming thing, but that was a. See, we can make fun. We can always make fun of him when he's not here, but when he's here, it's just a whole bunch of swearing. He's probably gonna watch that later and smack me through the Discord.
Do it.
Hey Logan, how's it going, man? So is this the fuel tank was definitely full last stream, right? Did it empty itself? I must have just completely emptied it into the tractor.
It doesn't take much to empty that. It's only like 500 liter or so.
The tractor doesn't hold that much. So what did I don't remember what I put it into.
If you
Maybe
can
I
hit
didn't.
R,
Oh, you know what I didn't do is I didn't fill it. I think I just put a little bit in it to get the tractor back here.
happen to.
I ran out of something. I ran out of fuel and something.
Story of your life.
Yep, that's the way I do her. Hey, I don't. Oh, there you are. Let's move you down here. There you go, Cody.
Do you ever just get your shaders to like where it looks exactly like it does outside right now in Eastern Standard Time?
Like this? Wait, it's getting darker, isn't it? Let me tell you a great story about shaders. So, obviously working afternoons, I stay up at night, right? So I installed Flux, which is like a blue light filter. So a long time ago, I tried to do my own shaders. I'm like, why is the sepia filter so thick on this thing?
I used to use Flux a lot.
I still do. I still do. It's so nice on my eyes, man. Especially when I just turn my computer on and it's like dark. I've been, just driving home or whatnot. It doesn't like my eyes don't sting. It's nice.
Yeah, Flux is really nice.
The only thing I don't like is it forces you to set like the time you want to wake up at, and I never know what time I'm gonna wake up at. Logan, you have a John Deere 1010 bulldozer? Those are pretty rare, aren't they? I remember seeing them all the time as a kid in the Erdo catalog. They were available as green and industrial versions. NC Farms, I have some good news about Autumn Oaks. I've started doing the smaller dairy farm across the road from the main one. I got the main tie stall done with the manure belt thing. What do you call that? The barn cleaner. It's functional, and now I just got to do the pastures there, and then move on to the other farm, which I'll likely set up as a beef farm. Then it's on to the silos, the hay lofts, and then fixing up the sell points.
Hey, Tyson.
Yep.
We got a guy down here that built a new pulling tractor for this year. It's Agco Challenger sheet metal.
Oh my.
Oh yeah.
When they do the sheet metal, do they get it off like a wrecked tractor then, or do they just custom?
Used to a lot of it nowadays is just like custom made
Fiberglass mostly?
Yep.
That makes sense. Yeah, the FS19 skybox is pretty basic. Kind of reminds me of how Arma does their skyboxes. I always thought the 1010 dozer was rare. I mean, maybe they're not, but I've never even seen one in person. I thought all those crawler tractors in general are rare. Unless you're in like California. Hey KGT Farms, how's it going? Why can't you talk in here? Oh, you gotta set it to push to talk, HH Quarter Horses.
when you're done streaming for tonight, Tyson, look what I sent you in your or DM.
All right. I'll take a look later. There we go. Now it's
What I-
refueling.
That's what I said.
I know. Well, sometimes I just pull my phone out and just check what people send me. Oh, this thing does not. What does this thing hold?
Not that much. It also takes a while to fill up. So I don't
Oh,
know if
you
pulled
know
it in
what?
before.
Maybe I didn't completely fill it.
Yeah. If you that combine holds more than that tank.
Oh, that could be it too. Okay.
I'd be willing to bet that combine holds more than that tank.
Okay. Well, let's just keep going with the harvest. I think I got more than enough fuel in there. Any button you want, 8-inch quarter horses. You have to bind a button to do it. KGT Farms. I don't think I've ever seen a Kilbro's cart, but I've definitely seen there's a Kilbro's gravity wagon, but it's not the best. I mean, I used it in my earlier streams, and I could never get it to unload into the auger without completely going around like 4 times.
Yeah, that auger wagon's kind of a pain in the butt.
Talking about the 1200.
I don't know what the model is.
Yeah, I don't know what it is either. Logan, I think the guy that made that setup probably left the bar a few times while crawling. If he slapped an Oliver 1950T with a mini mow rear end and a John Deere Soundguard cab, and an international letter. Oh my god.
Mm?
Yeah, I don't know what a mini mow is. I think that's I've seen something that said mini mow.
Minneapolis Moline.
Oh, okay. So they had like a power unit that they had, like the tractor pull I used to go to all the time. If you go through my old videos, they have a roller that's it says mini.
Nope, they built them.
Yeah, I know, but it's had like a special. They had the name Mini in it, and it was something else. I know it was Minneapolis Molines, but it was like I can't.
Probably like a U tractor on a roller, and
It was
that's what
it was a power unit. I can't. I think it might have been just called a Mo Power. I can't. I'd have to go look.
Mopow, baby.
I have a picture of it too. I'll look that up. Bryce, do you ever plan on getting a new farm truck? Yeah, it would be nice, but I don't know how many more Mercer streams I'm going to be doing before I switch to Autumn Oaks. It's definitely not the priority to switch the truck out.
something like this.
Drop it in the real life farming channel. I'll be able to see it right away.
I don't know. I'm thinking about seriously starting to like really tear into my edit of Midwest Horizons, like redoing foliage, redoing rivers, and all that kind of stuff.
What's wrong with the rivers?
It's way too deep for what like the Ohio River, like a small Ohio creek would be.
Oh, okay.
It's like Georgetown, New York, if you ever played on that map.
I've heard of it. I heard it was a lag fest. I never touched it.
It would be a really cool map, cleaned up, and with the enhancement and all that stuff if you did. But it would need a lot of optimization and a lot of cleaning up.
Oh, that makes sense.
I'll be back in a bit, Tyson.
All right, Gabe. KJT Farms. I have them uploaded to a link on my website. I'll send it in a minute. Other than that, I don't remember where people got the original one. I tried to fix them up. It still didn't work out well. So I ended up using all those DMI wagons that I have. And Logan, what do you have for an ATV, man? Oh, I'm not lined up at all with where I need to be. Hey, Reclining Gamer, I'm glad you're enjoying the map, man. If you like this one, you're gonna love Automogs. Well, that's no good, Logan. Okay, so it says Tyson Diniz.me/mods. Change it from /mods to /mirror. Like as in the mirror you would look in to like see your reflection. Change it to that, and you should see one that's called Kilbro something. The mirror page is just a bunch of stuff that I don't know where it came from. I know they're public, but I can never find the original link, so I just put them on my own website for people to be able to find. Hey, Reclining Gamer, thanks, man. What do you like most about the map? Here, let me see if I can get the mirror link pulled up on my phone here so I can get it to you real quick, KJT Farms, while I'm trying to finish this field.
Doing some early 2000s farming on Midwest Horizons right now. Quite satisfying.
Oh, wait. I think I did a very poor job on that row. Oh, thanks, Anhack. I forgot you're in here.
I forget I'm in here too.
Well, I got my Discord scrolled down, so I can't exactly see who's all in here. See, I want to do some work to Midwest Horizons, but I think I'm going to run out of time. By the time I get out of Moke's done and whatnot, and there's a few other little things I want to do, like some minor work on all the other mods I've released, for the most part. I'd love to do some magic to Midwest as a 4X DFMEP map.
That's what my goal is. I might add all the features to it. It's just I played on this map ever since it came out, and I put so many hours on it. And being from Ohio, they did a really okay job for it. I mean, for the most part, pretty good. But I want to give it the extra, second level of touch. But the only thing I'm worried about is FS22 is right around the corner. I don't know, how much time I want to put into it.
That's exactly it. And with Midwest, the only thing it was really lacking, in my opinion, I mean, you've probably been to the real area, but the only thing I think it was lacking is that it needed animals built in. It had so much potential if he would have just put some barns that actually functioned in, but other than that, I thought it was a great map, and I would definitely hope to see it converted to 22 if I don't even do it myself.
Why?
Yeah.
Why is it, Tyson, that we have so many people in here from Ohio?
Probably because probably because of Mercer County DFMEP.
No, Ohio is yes, and Ohio is United States. Ohio is country.
Oh boy. It's just like that meme. You mean it's all Ohio? Always has been.
Ohio is canceled. Nah, me and Wade live like an hour and a half from each other.
What part of Ohio are you from?
I'm from like the city. I'm 20 minutes off of Cleveland.
Okay,
And, yeah.
you're about an hour and a half from me then.
Hey,
Where are you at?
oh, you guys go ahead. Sorry.
Nah, go ahead.
Okay, KJT Farms. I don't know anything about the metallic color on that sprayer. I just literally took the link I literally took the one someone gave me. I was told it was published in Old School Farming, but the one in Old School Farming has only like a 10-foot boom on it. So I know it's public, but I just don't know who released it or where. So it's just a mirror link. I'd like to. I kind of actually want to see that, Logan. Hey, thanks, Reclining Gamer. yeah, like the extra crop options was something that really, a lot of maps add them, but they never really add any depth to them, and they always add like unrealistic crops. Like I don't know if you guys actually farm. Like I know Seneca had like tobacco on it. I never really liked those features. Like if you're gonna do those kinds of crops, they don't really work if you don't have the right harvesting equipment. So when I did this, I decided I was just gonna pull out the realistic stuff, like the green forages and whatnot. Hey, you're from Ohio. Oh, so everyone's from Ohio here, aren't they? Like, I'm like the only person in the chat right now that's not from Ohio, aren't I? Because Logan's from Ohio too, I'm pretty sure.
You'll be from Ohio next year.
Yeah, I know, right? I know, right? Hey, Pleasant View Farms.
This is terrible news. I just found out I'm from Ohio.
See, I drove through Mercer before, and like seeing all that was pretty cool.
The Pleasant View Farms is actually from Mercer County.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's kind of sweet.
How do you get added in? Join any of the voice channels, Pleasant View Farms, and we'll drag you in. Oh, you're already in one. I just needed to scroll up. Let me do this so you can talk without having to get a. Hold on. There.
Tyson, I have bad news for you.
Oh boy.
It's Saturday night, so you're not gonna hear from me for a week again.
Are you going to the strip club again?
Yep. I ain't been there for a month.
Are you sure you haven't just left there in a month? Because that one time you went there and we didn't hear from you forever.
Nah, I'm positive. I haven't been there for a month. I had tractor pulls and RC tractor pulls and lack of funds and yeah.
So you haven't been there for a month that you remember.
Yeah, exactly.
Shut up.
Were you here the day, Enak, were you here the day that he literally, I think in the middle of the stream, he said he's going to the strip club, and then I literally did not see him active in Discord for, I swear, it was like a week and a half.
Yeah, it was like your next stream the following weekend.
Going places.
Alright, let's get this thing to the next field here.
I was actually supposed to go to a tractor pull today, but I decided it was going to be too cold and I didn't want to freeze my ass off.
I wanted to get work done, about really early in the morning. I wanted to get some stuff sorted out so I didn't have to worry about it. And I look out the window at 6:34 today. It was windy, it was rainy, and it was cold. No.
It's cold out here today too. It's not raining though. I don't know. I can't remember if it's windy or not.
I'm sorry. I ain't freeze my pepperonis in the cold rain wind.
Tyson doesn't know he doesn't go outside on the weekends at all.
I don't. I just the stream starts and then I'm just stuck in here. Hey, Mark. I didn't know you watch these streams. Usually in the. Well, I guess you do watch them. Just usually in the voice. Glitter therapy. Oh my god.
Very funny. I heard the Canadian border is supposed to open here soon. Tyson, you got any information on that?
I haven't heard that. You've been telling me that every stream for the past 3 months, man. The expiration on the current closure is the end of this month, yes, but they'll just extend it like they did every other time I told you about this.
Yeah.
I think we'll keep seeing extensions until like September.
There is a slight possibility, and this is, I'm gonna no BS. There's a slight possibility that it opens up because of hockey. I don't think it's going to happen, but because the NHL is going into playoffs, and most likely either the Leafs or the Oilers are going to be in the round of 4 because of the way that the hockey season is set up. So if they want them to play in Edmonton or Toronto, they have to ease up their rules, at least on the NHL.
See, they're free to fly in. Where's the entrance to this field? Oh, it must be up here.
How's it going?
Hey, Pleasant View Farms.
How's everybody doing?
I'm pretty good. You?
Pretty good, pretty good.
First time I've actually been able to get in the voice chat.
Yeah, I know. Usually you're on later, and I'm not. I'm already in bed.
Yeah, or I'm just like way too early for you. Eh?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Man, Tyson, you really gotta freaking ban that dude in Discord. Or YouTube, I mean.
Is that binders and bow ties guy?
Yeah, that fucking idiot.
Isn't that you?
All right, taking him out.
Wade Mitch guy, yeah, you can do him too.
I'm like, wait a minute. Hey, reclining gamer. I haven't been to a poll in 3-4 years now, but I know my dad
you
went
suck.
to. Yeah, because I suck. No, because I work too much. But my dad went to Bowling Green in I don't know what decade. It must have been the 80s.
Had to be the 80s, because you said it was before your time, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, but I mean, he could have went after I was born, and I wouldn't know about it.
You would have heard about it.
Yeah, I would have heard about it. I don't think it was as crazy back then. Either that, or he just didn't tell me that it was crazy back then.
It's been crazy forever. If I could find the video of the guy that had the toilet as his cooler.
Oh, keep it on the road here.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that go up to that one in Bowling Green.
If you've
From
never
around
been,
here.
if you've never been to Bowling Green, oh my God.
They got a lot of them down here in Fort Recovery too. That they pull.
Fort Recovery's coming up.
Yeah, yeah, they pull down there quite often.
They got one June 11th and 12th, I think it is.
Reclining Gamer says the infield at Bowling Green is nuts.
That is an understatement.
Logan, I'll check out your video when the stream's over. But a Sportsman's the 4-stroke one, right? And then the Explorer were 2-stroke. Is that how that worked? I'm trying to figure that out because I am trying to get a quad eventually.
Sportsmen's were always bigger than Explorers.
Oh, okay, that's how that works. And so were the Explorers were the cheap
Yeah,
ones?
they were more like the automatic ones, a little bit smaller, and then
Oh, okay.
then the Sportsman's more like utility.
Oh, okay.
I think like a new Sportsman's like a 570, or you can get like 1,000.
Yeah,
Well, they
they're-
made
they're-
thousands. I don't know if they still do.
They do. They're all Sportsman now.
Oh, they don't make an Explorer anymore. I don't think they do.
No, they stopped because they had to
Yeah.
they dropped 2 strokes from ATVs.
Okay.
Which sucks because they sound badass. Obviously, they
Yeah,
have
we
power,
just all
but-
went to side by sides. We have one 4-wheeler left, but we pretty much all ride Generals, Rangers.
Oh yeah, those would be too wide for the trails up here. Guess we're going for a bit of a drive all the way over to Chickasaw Green.
It's funny how he's got that map set up with all the stuff to the north side.
Is it? You said it's all backwards, isn't it?
Yeah, the town's actually east. It's not north. Where the dealership is, that's actually just a small, just a few cluster of houses and a church. That's basically all that's there.
Oh yeah. See when you
Yeah, there's.
wow, you're limited to 2x2 kilometers, right? So he had to just kind of slap everything wherever.
Yeah. Yeah, it probably would have been better if you'd have slid it down onto the highway, because the highway's where everything actually sits at. East and west of there, both is a feed mill, east and west of there.
Okay.
on 270 on that highway, the main farm's on that you start on.
This
There's
one
actually,
that I'm driving by.
yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm not watching it. I have to watch.
It's the one with the main farm with the 5 silos.
Yeah, the main farm with the 5 silos. If you go just east of there, maybe a mile or two, there's a grain elevator there. And then if you go west, like where the heifer farm is, if you keep going that way a few miles, there's another grain elevator that way.
Oh, okay.
That's why it's just, it would have been, maybe to do away with the heifer farm, you could have just put the town there and that would have made more sense.
Yeah.
But like I said, with the farm, the way he has it set up, it's kind of all backwards, but you're kind of limited with buildings and things too. I get that as well. So.
Yeah, and then you told me that it's all mostly beef there, actually.
It's a newer dairy, but it's a lot more. The buildings used in farm sim, a lot more of them are all just dairy. They put a milk parlor in every one of them, but like a lot of the buildings there, they probably milk 250 or 300 there, so they got to have a lot of heifer space and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And actually, that hoop barn that's across the road, that's actually the only hay barn he has there. The one that's on the farm that you made an auto stack barn, there's no hoop barn there.
Oh, I got them backwards.
It doesn't really matter. I mean, it still works just fine. But yeah, the one across the road's always been piled full of hay.
Okay.
Yeah. Not a big deal. It still plays well. I actually started the new save game and actually started on the big farm rather than I was playing on the one with the heifer barn, but
yeah, I'm torn. I want to buy another property, but I don't know what. And I know that I don't know when I want to. Autumn Oaks isn't playable quite yet. I do need to.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's still a lot of work to do. I said I'd be playing on it by the end of May, but I might be pushing that. But I do want to be playing Autumn Oaks into 22 basically.
Are you
I'm
telling
pretty.
me that Tyson's a liar?
I'm not saying I'm a liar. I'm just saying that I have really poor expectations for how much I can get done in a day.
Well, I'm sure it takes a while. I've tried to do stuff in I can never get everything working right.
It takes a while, and I'm also in Discord every night, pretty much helping Cattle Ranch try to figure out his edit of Lone Oak. He's actually making it. He's actually from the area, one of the admins. Like he's like 10 miles from the real Lone Oak farm, and he said like the way they set it up is it's the true terrain, but it's like the way they have the agriculture set up there is completely wrong. Like obviously you don't grow corn and soybeans there. It's all ranching and grass seed.
Yeah, it's kind of neat how you put triticale and rye and all that stuff in for Mercer County. That stuff.
Do they actually grow it there?
Yeah,
Okay.
We grow triticale. I mean, there's the neighbor. Yeah, they just mowed triticale down last week.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you guys actually grew it.
Yeah, and then maybe not as much rye, but more like sedan grass and stuff, which some people consider that you can get rye or whatever, but maybe not so much. But
I just wanted some. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're all right. Yeah, we don't have like tobacco or like cotton and stuff like that. That stuff doesn't grow up here at all.
Yeah, I figured it'd be a little cold for that. Well, tobacco isn't really about the weather. It's more about the soil.
Yeah, none of that stuff grows up here. There is a cannery around here down close to where that main farm is, a few miles. They actually can like green beans and stuff like that. They grow that stuff around here. And then like red gold, like the tomato or ketchup red gold, like that's just made north of my place here. But they grow a lot of tomatoes close to this area as well.
Really?
Tyson.
Yeah, red gold, and there's another one that's close here that it's all made in this close to where Mercer County is.
Huh.
I know you're busy with the live stream, but you gotta take literally 1 minute and 7 and watch this video.
What is it?
Just watch it. It's an off topic. That's all I'm gonna say.
1 second here. So the reason I added the rye and triticale is I wanted some higher yielding cereal grains for like in terms of forage, because I believe Mark Perry was the one that told me that triticale and rye have really high yields like in tonnage for forage.
Yeah, my wife, she works for some guys at Milk Yet, and they planted Sudex grass a few years ago because the alfalfa didn't do as well. And I helped them mow it that one year, and it was as tall as the cab of the tractor. I mean, that Sudex grass got that tall. A lot of guys will plant that just as an extra filler and buffer.
So I just quickly just glanced at that video, and I can see why my dad never took us to Bowling Green when we were kids.
Yeah, it's wild.
Now it's 88.
Yeah, that was about the time he went. All right, we got a lot of chat to catch up on here. But yeah, you said the Sudan grass is the one that grows as tall as the tractor?
Yeah, Sudex grass.
See, I've heard
A
people
lot of
mention
guys-
that. I don't think they grow that here yet.
Up your way, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, God. A lot of guys will plant that in after they harvest wheat, and they'll put it in the summer, and then they'll mow it off, and then make it for hay or something for cattle in the
okay.
fall. It's how a lot of guys will plant it around here.
That makes sense. So is it, when you say hay, do you mean grass hay or you mean alfalfa?
You mean guys that plant Sudex grass? What do they use it for?
No, following it. Was it alfalfa or for the hay? Is it alfalfa hay or is it grass hay?
I mean, a lot of the dairies plant alfalfa for feeding, but like there's a lot of grass that's planted around here just for like beef, for steers and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But like the Sudex grass, like some guys will plant it for the dairy cows just for like a filler, you know, just more roughage basically to put in their diet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kind of like how the game the base game lets you add straw.
Yeah, it's basically like a straw filler. That's why I keep. I mean, there's a lot of beef. You know, a person in this area would know. I mean, a lot of the dairies have gotten out and don't milk anymore, but have filled up with, you know, steers over the years, and there's a lot of steers and beef. Not really beef cattle, but just Holstein steers in this area.
Okay, I didn't know that was. I always thought Holstein bull calves were just turned into veal.
No, I mean, like my barn, like you've seen some of the pictures I've sent you. Like them they're all Holstein steers. They'll end up fattened out and then sold. And, yeah, it's beef.
That's kind of where like the leaner beef meat cuts come from. Then I would assume.
Well, they're probably more. I would say all this becomes more like your McDonald's, you know, Big Macs and stuff.
Okay.
You know, they need so much beef for all that stuff.
Yeah.
All your leaner, like your steaks and stuff, all come from, you know, Angus and stuff ever like that. But.
Yeah, I've always just been told that you just don't get the best meat from a Holstein.
Yeah, everybody always says you don't eat a Holstein, you don't milk an Angus. So.
Yeah, but
I mean, there's still, when you got so many dairy cows, I mean, they're throwing bull calves, so you obviously have to do something with them. So.
Yeah, and cheap meat is still meat.
Yeah, and like a lot of my calves in my building, they come from all like. Some will come in from Wisconsin and New York, Pennsylvania. They'll ship them here, and then, you know, they'll buy them and raise them. We'll raise them in this area.
Huh.
So
yeah. How old do you raise them to then?
They're in that barn that you've seen that I've sent you for 3 months.
Oh, okay.
So they leave here. They're like 250 plus, something like that, when they leave here.
And then you sell them to a feedlot then?
Well, no, I'm all one. A guy owns everything that I raise, and then he brings them here as just a couple of days to a week old, and then I raise them for 3 months, and then he takes them back and feeds them out, and then he sells them as fats, you know, as 1,400, 1,500 pound steer.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I actually just raise like on contract. There's a lot of contract farms. I don't know if you've ever heard of Cooper Farms. They're in Mercer County here. Like, there's a lot of buildings of hogs, turkeys, and chickens. They're all owned by that equity, but you just raise them. And you know, you get paid so much to raise them.
Oh, okay. I've never heard of Cooper Farms.
Yeah, they're huge. They're huge.
Only the tires.
Yeah, only the tires. They actually just shut down a Cooper plant in my area. So back to the ATV chat. The Explorer and the Express and the Scrambler were the 2 strokes rest were 4 strokes. And the Trail Boss and Trailblazer were 2 strokes as well. Apparently everyone's going to side by sides. Makes sense. I wanted one, but just I don't know. I don't know if I'd have the time to ride a side by side. If I'm just gonna go by myself, what's the point of having the second seat? But I guess it is a lot more.
Comfort.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's also a lot more. It is a lot more comfortable.
Yeah.
And so you don't have to sit there hunched over.
The second seat's for your ex-girlfriend.
The second seat's for all the cats to ride with you.
Yeah. So, where's Marion? I've heard of that for some reason, but
Down south.
oh, okay.
Marion. Yeah, it's north of Columbus, I believe.
Okay, so is that what county is Midwest Horizons based on? Do you know?
Midwest Horizons based in Ohio. I've never played Midwest.
Yeah, it is.
Horizons.
It is.
Gotcha. I've never played on Midwest Horizons. I always hear everybody talk about it, but I've never played on it.
Hang on, Tyson. Let me look.
One of my admins
I've been too busy
found
playing this one map that the guy enhanced to play Midwest Horizons. I literally been on PC since the first year, and I think I've played one other map for a little bit, and that's about it.
Oh, there's only one map worth playing, right?
Right. That's why I'm kind of.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Mercer County. It's really what this area is. I mean, you know, I know I watched some comments and people say, why is it so flat? I mean, when you come here, I mean, it's flat. I mean, everything's flat. You can see, you know, all around. It's just so flat.
Yeah, for the most part, where
and
I'm
everything,
from, it's like this too.
Everything bumps to its like fields. You know, like on the game, it's always seems like people put huge grass areas between fields. Like here, one guy farms literally next to the next guy. You know, tied against each other.
Yeah, that's how it is here.
Everywhere.
Well, in some spots.
Yeah, that's just for the game.
Edges of fields, yeah. But I feel like Mercer County's tightened up quite a bit. Like, you know, it's just maybe 2 spaces rather than like a whole bunch or stuff like that.
I want to say, and don't quote me on this, but I think Midwest Horizons is actually up from where Seneca County, up in that vicinity of Ohio. So that
Oh,
would be
okay.
that's probably an hour from Bowling Green, because anything up that way is pretty much wide open spaces and farmland. That would be up in I'd say more of the northwest part of the state.
That makes sense. I know Ghost. There's a business on the map. One of the farms is actually just like it's like an art store called Sassy Sisters, because he kept making fun of me for it because that was the farm I picked, and he literally changed the name of my farm in the server to that at one point when we used to play on a server. So if you put that in Google Maps, it should come up. I think it's called that. Something Sisters is in the name, and that's like the green farm by the sawmill. Hey, Reclining Gamer, it'd be really awesome if somebody made a pig farming map at some point.
What was the name of it again, Tyson?
I think it's called Sassy Sisters. You'd have to wait for Ghost to get in here and tell me what it is, because he always makes fun of me for it still.
Yeah, it would be neat to have some American-style hog buildings, even for like Mercer County map. I mean, like I said, Cooper's. I mean, there's a lot of barns around here that are, you know, full of hogs too. You know, it'd be nice. But there's just like the XL hog building's about the only one that's really an American-style hog building.
Yeah, and it's really, really poorly done.
Yeah, I tried to put it on Mercer County once, and it just seemed so laggy. Every time I got around it, I couldn't.
It's laggy in general. It's a mess. Think about a hog. Think about a hog barn in farm sims. It doesn't need an interior at all.
Not
like,
really.
You know.
No.
You can't go in there. And you can't vaccinate the pigs. You can't.
It's got no function on the inside. Yeah, it's not like you're gonna go in there and scrape something up with the skid loader or do anything like that.
Yeah.
You said that was like a greenhouse?
No, the buildings are green, like green tin. Reclining Gamer said it's over by the Indiana border.
Yeah, New Bremen, Ohio, it looks like.
Oh, okay.
It's in New Bremen, Ohio? That's here. That's Mercer County.
Is it?
New Bremen's just east of where your Mercer County map you play. Chickasaw. It's just east of Chickasaw.
So now I gotta do Midwest.
What's the town? What's the town called? Or the place called? Sassy Sisters.
Yeah,
I've
I think
never
that's
never heard
Sassy
of
Sisters Design, I think is what it's called.
Yeah.
I don't, honestly...
Yeah, I just looked that up and it came up with a New Bremen address.
Yeah, New Bremen.
Let me do it real quick. Let's do this. I'm gonna do it myself here. 1 second, guys. I want to get to the bottom of this. Yep, that's the farm. So... I had no idea they were so close. A 12-minute drive. That's cool. That is cool. I had no idea they were that close. Hey, Adam Smith, how's it going, man? Oh, where'd Pleasant View Farms go?
I don't know. He disconnected like right as you started laughing.
Huh. I wonder if we lost connection.
I would assume so, or he just decided I'm done with you.
Don't have access to this land. I got this right. There we go.
No, because the driveway is owned by that farm.
That makes it. I made it that way so you can snowblow it.
Yep.
AAA modding releases payloader. What payloader did he make?
Oh, you think an Angry American released his loader today.
Oh, okay.
Well, he says that somebody leaked it, so he's not going to update anymore and put out a link to it.
Is that all it takes? You got to leak a mod and then it just gets released?
Yep.
Dang. Hey, Tyson.
What?
I know a shit tanker.
No.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
How did Nathaniel Lee get that thing? Hey, Cody, how's it going, man?
I'm going to bite my tongue. Because I don't want to get banned from your Discord.
Take him out, Cabe. I know you're not listening, but take him out.
Well, Nathaniel Lee's already banned from this Discord for reasons other than mod leaking that we're not going to discuss on YouTube. That I'm sure the three of us already know what that means. That's good to hear, Cody. Might actually get all this bailed up today if I'm lucky.
Or run out of fuel, whichever's first.
Oh, I don't think I'm gonna run out of fuel. My biggest worry is that because I want to use that Heston baler, is how long it's gonna take me to collect all the bales. Kind of half tempted. I should probably take inventory of how many small squares I have first before I decide to make it.
This is a stupid question, and I hate to ask it, but does anybody remember the New Holland self-propelled bale picker-upper that was released a long time ago and it was leaked?
Mm-hmm.
Anybody got a link to that?
Whiskey Sierra posted it.
I don't know if I have a link, but I have it.
Yeah, Adam, that's the guy. That's the guy. Yeah, I wasn't gonna say that on voice, but that is 100% the guy we're talking about.
If somebody would, if you can't, upload it and send me a copy of it, I'd appreciate it because I can't find it anywhere.
It should be in Whiskey Sierra's page. It would have been from about middle of 2020. You can run a search on his page too. It's called a Stat Cruiser. If you go to his page,
Okay.
there's a big magnifying glass. Just put Stat Cruiser in it, should come up, or just the name Richard Mantle. This guy leaked it. Just put his name into the search on the page. It'll come up with the post.
Tyson, are you looking at off-topic or real-life farming?
Real life farming.
Okay, well then let's go into real-life farming.
It's definitely not there.
Your files are too powerful. Are you kidding me? Some of my files are too powerful again. I dare you, Discord.
Is that what I think it is?
That is exactly what you think it is.
Try to swear less on camera, but damn it, you're making it really hard. Hey Ethan, how's it going?
I found a post about it, but there's no link to it.
Oh, it must be an anarchy then. You can always just message Wayne. Should be able to hook you up with it. Somebody, they are working on finishing it slowly, from what I've heard.
Yeah, there's only a game coming out in 6 months.
Yeah, it's getting real hard to. It's getting really hard to figure out what I want to finish and what I just want to leave. And one thing is obviously fixing the turning radius in the 7030 series. That was kind of embarrassing. I never noticed how bad it was until some people started pointing it out. So I've cranked it up by about 6 degrees, and I adjusted the 36 inch as well, and then the 8030 is getting a tiny update that literally just fixes the 36 inch spacing.
I hate to ask somebody for something that was leaked.
It's definitely out there. I might have it downloaded too.
Alright,
if I recall correctly, it doesn't work right, because that's kind of why everybody had it, was we were all trying to figure out how to make this thing work. And I thought when he asked for help with it, it was like a simple animation, but it was
okay,
it was way
so
over my head.
you can take it out, and you can pick up bales, and you can drop them off the ass end of it. That part of it actually works, but it doesn't drive very well. It's a really bad model, honestly.
Okay, the version I was working with, the way it stacked them was absolutely horrendous. If you did small squares.
I don't remember if it stacked them terribly or not, but I have used it once because I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try to use small squares instead of using a rack. I'm just gonna use this thing.
Oh, that was a big mistake, no, wasn't it?
Yeah, especially when the fields aren't flat, because that thing did not drive worth a crap. Like seriously, so you had to be completely unloaded, drive to the top of the hill. One of the other issues is when its grabber, it threw it into the ground. Like it didn't ride on the ground, it threw it into the ground. So, like, you had to be going downhill. Like, if you weren't going downhill, it didn't want to go.
Oh my, I didn't know about that. I did some basic testing with it, and because he was just looking for anybody just to take a look at it, so I took a look at it. I realized I couldn't fix this, and I straight up told him, I'm like, I don't know enough to fix this, and then that was about it. And then at some point, somebody had suggested Richard Mantle fix it. That guy is so bad with XML. All of those screenshots he used to flex back in the day, all those mods were basically, placeables. He'd literally just back the tractor up to them and just take the screenshot. They didn't actually function by any means. I don't think you could hook onto them.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of photo modders.
Modders Anonymous. Oh boy. Is this something I don't know about?
I'm gonna err on the edge of caution that doesn't mean that you're modding.
I don't know what he means. Maybe he's talking about the fact that it's just like modding's addicting and.
Oh, maybe.
I think that was the joke.
Something else. So I like your answer better than mine. Tyson, are you done with that field yet?
No. 22 feet at a time. If I could have went 20 foot, I would have went 20 foot. Wait, this is available 20 foot, isn't it?
I don't know about the aerial, but yeah.
6 terabytes of mods. Oh, going back, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I actually deleted all my FS11 stuff the other day. Well, not the other day. I guess it was a couple months ago.
I don't have the only mods that I have on a not 19 version is mods that I have tested for people that they have developed since 19, and I also have MR files from 17 and 13.
Oh, those are
Because,
MR
because
was
you
cool.
can't, you actually can't get MR files anymore. They're gone.
You just have to wait a couple more releases for Dural to come back, don't we? He just shows up for so many versions of the game, doesn't he?
I don't know. He might be done. Yeah, I don't know. My only complaint about MR is it wasn't what its actual name was. It wasn't more realistic. It was more harder.
Yeah. Did he have it? I can't remember if did he have it set up in one of the versions of it that if you rolled your grain trailer, it dumped it out. Did he have that?
I think that was another mod.
Okay.
I think was that for 13 then? It would have had to been for 13.
Okay. Now, I'm trying to think. What all did it add? I had never actually played with MR. I didn't think it was.
Okay.
It gave you like a transmission mod. It made stuff heavier to pull. You had to have significant power to actually stop, and it was just a real pain in the ass.
Starting and stopping was harder. Anything in the ground was harder. The one of the coolest things about it is the experience mod, the harvesting experience.
Yep.
It did that right.
Really?
Yeah.
This guy sounds
Although it did complete. So even though like giant skid steers are pretty bad, MR skid steers are quite literally useless.
oh boy.
Like if you put a pallet on the end of them,
Yep.
you couldn't lift that thing up.
Oh my god.
And if you could, you couldn't move, because even if you just slightly tapped forward at 1 mile an hour or sub 1 mile an hour, it just threw it off or tipped you forward or something like that.
That'd almost be aggravating.
So so my skid steers were never converted to MR, and then I played with MR otherwise. It was like like the REA mod and how it works with fields and stuff.
Yeah.
It did that with the combine experience, with less brake force, and then more fuel requirements, and like it took like a lot of the mods that we have right now and combined them all.
That makes sense. And the problem though, and this is what these other mods do right now, is that you had to modify every mod to work with MR.
Yeah, you had to modify the file quite a bit for MR to work correctly. Sometimes a mod would say that it wasn't necessarily MR ready, and it actually would be, but most of the time, no.
Yeah. I feel like Realism mods have definitely taken off since Seasons though. Like back before. I mean, like I said, like I've always said, I was never really around for the 15 days, but I played 29 hours of 15, and I just did not like it.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy 15, but I didn't play with mods at all. Everyone talks about solo mod, and I really wish that I got to play with solo mod, but I don't even have 15 on my actual Steam account, so.
I think the only one I don't have on Steam that was available on Steam was 13. 13 was another one I didn't really put a lot of time into either.
I actually have 13 on my Steam. It's not installed, but I still have it.
The one mod from 17 that I would like to see again, and it was never released, it was just the GitHub versions, or the public beta, I guess you could call it, was Realists were doing a compaction mod.
Yeah, I mentioned that a few times.
That is the one mod from 17. Like, if I had to pick a mod from 17 to convert it over, that would be the one that I wanted converted over.
I 100% agree. That we need that, because with all the VT stuff we got, with a mod like that, it would actually serve a purpose.
Yeah, you'd have a purpose for having a VT or a disc versus like a cultivator. Like that actually would give reason to the way that people do cultivation and no-till and stuff.
It,
Whereas with the way that plowing works in this game right now, you grew corn, you plow.
yeah, exactly.
What?
And it also would give you a reason to own like a big ripper,
Mm-hmm.
or not even a big one, but like just like a ripper in general.
The biggest problem with getting that mod to convert correctly is like the air pressure stuff. But
Well, I forgot
Giants
about
has
the air pressure
some of Giants has like air stuff set up in their XML files and stuff, so it might be easier than I think.
No, that air pressure is for the air brakes, because European tractors have air brakes.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, because a lot of your European tractors, instead of having like a semi truck, they'll use a tractor to pull their stuff around, so they have air brakes on them. Because I know the JCBs over in Europe all come with air brakes on them.
not just that. They're the way they do the way they haul stuff, like with their wagons. Their tractors first of all have higher speed limit or higher max speeds, but also just those trailers they use are designed for the speed as well. So in order to stop at that speed, you need air brakes. Hey guys, I saw that controlled traffic mod, but it's I haven't tried it yet. But people were saying it's more designed for European farming with the tram lines they put down to force you to drive down those tram lines. I do want to try it, but I feel like it would really, really be just awful for me with a 6-row planter, because everything I'd plant would basically need to be plowed up again when it's done.
Yeah,
But
that
then,
mod in specific, it does a similar thing to the compaction mod, but is a way dumbed down version. They broke down compaction beyond just you need to plow. There were several layers of compactions that was like, okay, for this you need a disc, for this you need some sort of a cultivator, for this you need some sort of a plow. And if you used a plow and it only needed a disc, it would still do the same thing, so you could do overkill. But it wasn't just you drove here, you got to plow here. So it's a little different.
oh, that's all right. Pleasant View Farms. Hey Cody, how was 13 back on console? Was it? Did you guys have slot counts back then for the 13? I was wondering about that. And yes, I agree, guys. Compaction is a very important part of farming, and Farm Sim, I was hoping was going to include it when they split all your tillage tools into power harrows, discs, cultivators, plows, and subsoilers, but I guess Giants just has bigger plans for 22, I hope.
You're
Yeah,
funny.
I think that I think when they redo the precision farming stuff, I hope that we get compaction.
I hope we get more than just nitrogen and pH.
Yeah, exactly. There's more to it than nitrogen and pH, and why would they?
And give us more ways to test our soil.
Yeah,
I don't know what that means. I really don't know what that means. There's a bunch of things you could do, and I would be okay with, but more than just soil samples, like the way they do it.
yeah, yeah. That's kind of a lazy way, but it's also done in a way that it makes sense for the gameplay.
Well,
But
it's not awful, but like
but
they're
100% on different types of fertilizer.
like yeah, different types of fertilizer would be awesome. But they released that mod that's on the mod hub that's got like a nitrogen sensor or whatever
Yep.
that goes to like a front 3-point hitch. Like you could do stuff like that. You could even make like an option for, because I know like the Valtras and stuff, they have a third party option basically that has like nitrogen sensors on top of the tractor.
So they can just sense the nitrogen, even if it's not engaging the soil. Or I'm confused.
Uh, Sure. I'm not sure how it works, but yeah, that's effectively what it is.
Huh.
It just rides on top of the tractor, and it's supposed to.
Okay, Jake, I had no idea it was like that at all. Basically the reason why Giants keeps cranking up the slot counts and stuff, like, and making it more tight like that, is because the consoles are getting more and more dated. And I don't know what's gonna happen with 22. Obviously, there's still gonna be slots, especially for the last gen consoles.
I was gonna say I kind of hope that they almost don't include last gen consoles, just because that would be better for the next gen consoles, and it definitely would be better for us PC players.
But good luck getting your hands on a current gen console. So that's basically what Giants' dilemma was. Like, are we gonna be able to sell this game? You know, you can't really get. Well, I guess PC parts are starting to become available again.
Yeah, it's slowly picking back up.
Well, what's happening is all the businesses are realizing that they can't make a fortune just selling graphics cards, and nobody's coming in to build an entire PC anymore. So they gotta put limits on the graphics cards, so people will spend money on cases or pay hundreds of dollars for RGB fans again. So that they realize that there's more money in selling all of the components than just trying to sell 20 graphics cards a day.
There's a lot more money outside of the graphics cards. They don't earn much on the graphics cards at all, too.
No, they realize. I think they started. They knew that, but I think, like, I know Canada Computers here in Canada has put limits. Micro Center, I see a lot of posts about that. They've put limits.
Micro Center's had limits for a few years now, but like towards the end of the life cycle of stuff, like the end of the 10 series life cycle and the end of the 9 series life cycles, they opened up and were like, yeah, so you want to come buy 10 of these? We don't need 10 in stock, so come and take it.
Well, that was a mistake for everyone else, but I get why they did that.
Yeah, shelf space is money.
Yep, exactly. But I see that the old generation cards are starting to come way down in price. Because people are able to get their hands on the newer stuff. Their
Yeah,
2080s are now like $500 again.
yeah, 20 series are starting to come in stock again, and the 1600s,
Are
like
they still making 20
1660s.
series cards?
I would assume so. I mean,
Generally, I've always
they
thought.
would have to if they're getting new stock of it, right?
I was talking more about used.
But stores are getting stock. They're not. They're like my local micro center has had 2060s on their shelves for a little bit.
I don't
Just
think.
the base ones, no supers or anything like that.
Yeah, I don't think they're getting stock. I think people just don't want those.
No, they're getting stock because they had nothing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there
And
wasn't.
they also have some 1660s TIs now too. Yep. I almost bought a 2060 the other day just to flip it, but I was like, no, I don't want to be part of the problem.
Yeah, it's just a.
I know I could have made money, but
So, yeah, but then you run into the risk of where we are now, and these cards are coming back. They're getting closer and closer to MSRP because people will be able to get them. So you could have been stuck with that thing, right?
yeah, probably.
But, what do you mean? What is this junk? Talking about this amazing STS combine with only a 22-foot header on it.
You know, if it was a case, it could run a 30-footer, no problem.
This thing could run a 30-footer. I just didn't want to get a header trailer.
No, I don't think it could.
I'm running a 1688 case combine, 25-foot head, international grain truck, gravity wagon, and like a 395 horsepower Magnum on my farm right now. So
Yeah.
The Magnum's a little cranked.
Just a bit.
I forget what size Magnum it is actually. Hang on, let me look. My grain truck is an S1900 with a gravity wagon. So yeah, my equipment is all over the place.
And then some.
Holy
Oh, hey,
crap,
Mark.
Mark!
What's up?
Who's
I had
this
to go
guy?
there and fight something, man. This is
Sorry,
a
it's a
slave
380.
race, brother.
I can't remember what I was gonna say.
Yeah, Mark, you fucked him up good.
Yeah, I was
Yes.
just
Yes.
talking about graphics cards. I was gonna say something like graphics cards. I was gonna say something. I can't remember what. Oh,
Man.
Reclining Gamer. What games still take advantage of SLI? Are there any that really take advantage of it anymore? Or is it pretty much a dead thing, other than for benchmarks and whatnot?
It's dead even on benchmarks anymore. Like I don't think 20 series support SLI. Period.
They do. Oh, you don't run SLI? Okay. 20 series was the last ones to support it. Now they're moving to a software-based system through Windows. I forget what it's called. There's some software-based thing that Windows uses. Cody, I think I made a quick video on that, but essentially, there's only 2 grain dryers on the map, but there's the placeable bins, except for one of them all have a grain dryer built in, but they take a lot longer to dry. If you give me a quick second here, I'll teleport to one of the bins and show you where to put the auger on.
Square box.
Yeah, there's like a little thing at the base.
Yeah, it drops down off where your auger would go into the center and fill.
Yeah,
It's a drop down spout that fills it up.
I saw one in real life, and I thought that would be a good idea, so that you can use either size of auger in the game.
Use the 125-foot god, man.
Oh, there's 3 grain dryers in the map, because this grain lag here has one. I would never touch this farm. Like, I literally put the dryer function in, and then I never looked at it.
Man, that's the one I was running out of when I was playing.
Nothing like getting on a dairy farming map just to do cash craft, right?
Well, I had to outshow somebody. We're not going to mention names.
Yeah, I know.
Can't be cutting the edge if you ain't cutting the edge.
Yep.
That's why I play the hunter.
Jake, my backup PC, that I sold it, but it just had an RX 580 and an FX 8350 in it, so it's a good reason why I got rid of that thing. But I do need to build some kind of backup PC or get a laptop.
You don't like the RX 580?
It was a beast of a card for the price, but it ran this game like crap. Maybe it was just the FX 8350.
It still does run the game like crap. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
I mean, if you're not using very many mods, it's great, and as long as they don't have any errors.
Yeah.
Well,
the FX 8350, it didn't care how good the rest. It didn't matter how good the rest of your system was. The FX 8350 runs this game like crap.
Oh god.
I know there's a guy in the community who was constantly trying to tell me otherwise, even though I had one, and because he overpaid for his system, and he'd asked for advice, and everybody had told him in the group, like, don't buy that, that's way overpriced, and he bought it anyways, and then he was bragging about how much he paid for it, and everyone was making fun of him, and then, yeah, he got banned from custom body group because he was costing so much shit in there.
There's a lot of people that
I forget what the guy's name was, but like we were being nice with him at first. Like we were telling him, like, this is a ripoff, don't buy this. Goes out and buys it, starts bragging about how much he paid for it, and then he got ripped a new asshole in the comments.
It's like there's people still out here paying $2,000 for a rig with a 1660 in it, and Horizon, or they have 3600 CPU.
What a time to get out of PC gaming. If you ever wanted to get out, this about 2 months ago would have been a great time.
Mm-hmm. Back into Dogecoin.
Well, let me tell you, a bunch of us in the voice chat put money in Dogecoin last night. And I was kind of regretting it right now, but I'm pretty sure at midnight tonight I won't be.
Okay, have you seen this personality, Officer Daniels?
I've heard reference to him, but I've never seen him.
He made a post about buying Dogecoin last night.
Oh my god. Everybody is, dude.
I feel stupid for not doing it.
I feel stupid for not buying it when it was cheaper. The reason I didn't, though, my excuse though was I didn't know about Binance and that you could actually use Canadian dollars on there. So I was checking all these Canadian websites that let you do it, and they all seem so scummy. So I never did it. And then somebody was like, "Yeah, use Binance." I'm like, "Are you serious?" But yeah, my But yeah, I think now that Elon Musk is on SNL, is it tonight or tomorrow night? I think somebody said it's like SNL stands for Saturday Night Live, so I'm assuming it'd be tonight.
Tonight.
That would make sense then, because that's why it's called Saturday Night Live. I've only ever heard it called SNL, so I didn't know what it actually stood for.
I've never watched it.
70 grand on Dogecoin? Holy shit. Ah, I missed a great opportunity.
He can afford Threadripper.
Yeah, he can finally. Yeah, he can finally get a 3090 now.
That's my dream rig. I'm not gonna lie. Just because I could run anything I wanted to, probably, except for Cyberpunk.
What, does Cyberpunk run like crap?
Yes,
Oh,
I
okay.
think it. There's a lot of people that loved it, but I was like, man, let's go.
So the funny thing is I was literally telling a bunch of young guys, what was it? I think late last year, like watching Bitcoin just skyrocket, saying like, yeah, I had my opportunity. I'd actually mined some when I was really young when it first started. I think I mined Bitcoin. I can't remember which crypto it was, but I had a bunch mined when it was really easy because if I remember correctly at the beginning, it was really easy to mine it. I could be wrong. You could mine it with a graphics card, and it was worthless, so I just never held on to it or anything. And I was telling them, if you ever get the opportunity, that something sounds stupid, but everyone's talking about it, just throw a couple bucks at it. Yeah, that was me with Dogecoin. I still didn't do it. So bought it last night, so this is gonna be interesting. I bet you Grant Hilbert's gonna quadruple the size of his farm now with Dogecoin investments. Jake, we're actually slow at work right now because of this whole chip shortage. It's affecting automotive as well. Louisiana, I think I bought it at 71 cents. With the expectation that everyone's saying it's gonna hit $1. I'm not selling. I only put 25 bucks in.
We're gonna get some bear feeding action tonight, boys.
It took me a minute to realize what you said. You said bear feeding. I was
Yes,
like, what?
I bought one of the bait barrels.
Oh yeah. You should have did hogs.
I should have, but I don't know. Bears just seem so much more fun. And Nick's already got the hogs covered, kind of.
Oh, Danny, that was a genius move. So you waiting for $1 then, Danny? Or what's your plan here?
For graphics cards were on shortage, and it was CPUs and motherboards.
Yeah, graphics cards were hit especially hard, but there were some CPU and motherboard shortages as well. $300 at 0.002 cents. That's insane. I should have. I don't think I would have put that much in, but apparently somebody owns a couple million, multiple $1 million of it. Do you think, Danny, that if it'll crash at all, or what's your predictions? Wait, what is this? So no wonder the housing market's all screwed up here in Canada. Everyone's cashing in all their Dogecoin and paying cash for houses. Yeah, it's the lumber mills as well for Clyde and Gaver. I was just making a joke.
Give a second about air.
Ark, if you're up stupid late, I might get on when I get home.
Yeah, that's my middle name. Stupid late.
Danny, would it ever be possible for it to take off like Bitcoin and Ethereum did, even though it's unlimited? Or is it pretty much impossible? You made your desk out of concrete. Well, as long as you don't have to move it. Yeah, I did get pretty quiet in here, Pleasant View Farms.
I showed up.
We're all talking about Dogecoin now. It's the
I'm getting ready to go.
Where are you going tonight?
It's a Saturday night. You figure it out.
We'll see you Tuesday.
Tuesday in a month.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Pleasant View Farms, it's 12 minutes from, Chickasaw. That makes sense, Dick.
I'll call him that.
Okay.
How long is thing run on bait? "4 hours and the bears will be everywhere."
Yeah, I missed a lot of good opportunities, thinking that all this, it wasn't gonna work out. But you just gotta not care, basically. Yeah, Nick, that's why I'm glad I only put 25 bucks in. Rooster Mods put 25 bucks in. Cattle Ranch, there's a whole bunch of us sitting in a voice chat last night. We all bought it at the exact same time, just to see what'll happen.
It'll go up tonight.
Yeah, it will go up tonight, but the question is, are we all gonna sell or what are we gonna do? I mean, there's everyone here.
I don't think you can sell. So, you're sitting on it. It's down to 63 cents right now.
Yeah, I'm not selling at this price.
I don't know. I might buy some more at this price.
You might as well.
Yeah, I literally have a tab open over by my stream window here. And, yeah,
You're watching it too close.
I know. I just wanna make sure it doesn't crash back down to a set.
It won't.
I guess that takes time for it to crash that fast.
Yeah, it also just won't.
Yeah. Yeah, I always miss out on these opportunities because I just don't want to. I'm afraid I'm going to lose money, but then I realize I'd probably lose money on something stupid anyways, so.
Pretty much.
I'll just have to wait for the next thing and then just jump on it. It does, Danny. I'm really bad at having patience for stuff like this. The worst part is I have to pay the capital gains tax in Canada is 50%. So even if I do make it big, the government's getting half of it. What are these new things that people are talking about? Is it ETF or something else where you can buy like a meme?
I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember what it is.
Okay.
What is Silbert? NFT. What exactly is it, Danny? I hear people talking about them, but I don't understand what it is. One second here, guys. There we go. Oh, okay, he's a crypto pioneer. You can tell I don't know anything about this if I just confuse an ETF with an NFT.
What in the world?
Well, I see ETF all the time in my in the stock app I have, and I thought that was that.
Well,
Well,
the United States is launching a ballistic missile tonight.
really?
Yep.
At that rocket?
Yep. From Wallops.
Is that what that NASA thing's about?
I don't know. Well, also tonight, China is having a rocket fall out of the sky, and they have no control of it.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, China is just awesome like that.
Yeah, it's supposed to fall tonight, isn't it? Or,
Yep.
I don't see anything about the ballistic missile when I googled it.
It's on Wallops Twitter.
I don't know what Wallop is.
NASA Wallops. It's a launch complex.
Oh, okay.
Same thing as like Kennedy Space Center, except it's a smaller one.
Oh, okay.
It's in Virginia.
Huh. So I'm assuming they're gonna try and shoot it down, or not shoot it down, but like make it smaller, obviously.
Track it or something. I don't know. I would guess it's actually a tracking attempt. Oh, it actually. The launch window's open right now for the next 30 minutes.
Hold on. Let's see this here. Kind of interested in what's going on here.
They're supposed to be live right now, but they're not.
I don't see anything with them launching anything.
I don't
can
think
link you
I've
it.
made it that one that they're going to launch out of Florida tonight.
It's an off topic. What are they launching in Florida tonight? Let me check.
So it's basically crypto, but you're buying
But the
a line of
local
code
one-
that directs you to an image stored somewhere. So what if whatever stores
Oh.
that image is no longer on the internet?
Yeah, it basically says launch like later tonight.
Or is it like a or is it like the blockchain where it's like just loading up this Twitter thing? I'm kind of curious as to what's going on with this rocket. I know I'm out of the fall zone by an entire 2 parallels, I think.
I mean, it's complete. It's going the complete opposite direction of you. You'll be completely fine.
I know. Doesn't say that they're... Oh, a sounding rocket. Okay, so the thing they're going to launch is extremely fast compared to...
Yeah, it's a ballistic missile test, is what it is.
That looks more like an what they would use to shoot down a missile.
It does. Especially how fast it flies, too.
Yeah.
Or they just want to be faster than like Russia can shut down, or South Korea, or North Korea, or China, or
Everybody wants to beat the other guy to shooting down the rocket, eh?
yeah, go faster than the other guy, and he can't shoot you down.
Yeah. So Danny, are NFTs just like a novelty thing, or do they have some kind of use in terms of like commercial software and whatnot? Hey, Farming Llama, I'm doing pretty good. How you doing, man?
Almost having a party, man.
You guys roll your soybean ground, Farming Llama, or what do you guys roll?
I'm just watching Minnesota Millennial Farmer today because he posted a recent video of them planting, and they rolled before they planted corn.
Before?
Yeah, so the planter made better contact, I guess.
Huh.
What he was saying. I was like, whoa, what the heck?
I just can't imagine going corn on corn and being able to make any kind of valuable profit off.
Fertilizer. Just
Lots.
fertilizer. Deep banding, side dressing, top dressing. Anhydrous.
Well, with where corn's at,
Yeah,
even if it's 100 bushel, it's making money if it stays.
it won't
But most people are locking futures in right now above 6. So even if it doesn't stay,
until USDA hears something about it.
just don't tell them.
You know they're watching every single bit of anything they can watch. Little. I mean, come on, man. They can't have American farmers making
Oh
too much.
no. The projected for the Chinese rocket right now is possibly hitting Spain.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now, is it a dummy warhead or is it a live warhead?
No, it's
The one that NASA's launching is probably just a dummy warhead, but China launched their first segment of their space station, which will be similar to about half the size of the International Space Station, and they just let the rocket fall out of the sky. They're like, yeah, eventually it'll deorbit, and we don't give a shit.
Oh.
Oh,
And it was, and right now it's projected to hit Spain, and it's going to hit it in like 5 hours if it stays on that projection.
Oh boy.
that's dumb.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Spain's government put out a warning to everybody.
Okay.
Probably not.
Whew. It's predicted right about. It looks like maybe 30 miles off the coast of Spain as of this second.
That's a pretty close. 30 miles is pretty close when you're talking rocket and falling from the sky.
Yeah, and drift.
Well, it was. Yeah, the air changed immensely up in the upper atmospheres because it was supposed to, like, they've been tracking it for a while, and they were talking about it actually hitting like right outside Brazil, like 100 miles off the coast of Brazil.
100 miles is,
That's
pretty
close,
good margin of error.
but
That's a better margin of error than 30.
yeah, and if it overshoots it, I mean it's a long way to Africa.
Yeah.
This, if it overshoots, it's hitting Spain. There's not a chance.
Yeah.
Or Portugal if it goes south a little bit, or
Yeah, this isn't good. Either, no matter how you slice it. Unless it lands in the ocean, in which case, that is good.
that's best case scenario.
But somebody said
actually,
when it strikes, it'll be like a what do you call it? Anti-tank guided missile launched from an airplane. So like it's gonna take out not a block, but it'll definitely if it hit like an apartment, it would take the whole building down.
Best case scenario, in my opinion, though, even better than hitting the water, is it kills a cow.
What?
Here's the thought process. If it kills livestock, then Spain or whatever country it is going to try to hold China responsible for it.
Oh yeah. Oh, they should be held responsible for letting it fall out of the sky, anyways. Because what do they normally do with rockets after they like the unmanned ones?
They purposely make it where they burn up in the sky, so nothing actually hits the earth.
So why didn't this one burn up? Oh, because it didn't get high enough.
Well, it was for this rocket. It wasn't high enough, but the way that they designed this rocket, this should have been on a suborbital path and should have landed in the Pacific 40 minutes after launching. But they just used way too big of a rocket for what they actually needed.
Danny asked, ever consider what kind of organisms could be hitching a ride back to Earth on it if it doesn't burn up?
Well, we know there's not going to be any.
China didn't.
There's not going to be any aliens on it because Joe Biden's in charge of the United States and they don't want to put up with him. So.
Oh, God. So, is there anything even? There can't be anything up there, can there? If there's in an oxygen-free environment.
Not really.
Didn't think so.
And here's the other thing: if anything's on that, they have to live through plasma. Which, for those that don't know how hot plasma is, it it's it's magnet. The actual sharp degree of plasma is like magnitudes hotter than the sun.
Oh, so how does that not melt the rocket?
Well, see the problem with using plasma as an excuse to melt things is plasma is basically only attaches itself to like the front surface, and you can even fight plasma. One of the coolest thing about so you know that SpaceX lands their rocket, right?
Yeah.
But during the landing, they do a thing called a re-entry burn. That re-entry burn is actually their heat shield from plasma.
Huh.
They light those engines coming downwards, not only to slow themselves down, but to actually fight plasma because it'll attach to like the first thing of contact, which isn't always the ship itself, and then it'll fill the air around it, not necessarily hurt the ship.
Okay, so what is plasma then? I thought it was just like a really hot gases.
Some people say it's the fourth state of matter. I don't know, but that's hold on. Let me see if I can find a better way to explain it.
All right. Hey, KJT Farms, I do use shaders, but they're very basic. I didn't understand why my game was taking so long to launch at one point, and I just turned off a bunch of completely uninstalled a bunch of the options. Never got around to fixing them.
Okay.
It turned out to be control file stuff. I can show you right now what it looks like without the shaders. There's without, there's with. Change is pretty small.
So according to this, plasma is one of the four fundamental states of matter, first systematically discovered in the 1920s. It consists of a gas of ions, atoms or molecules, which have one or more orbital electrons stripped and free electrons. So what that means is it has no rhyme or reason about the way that it moves effectively inside of itself.
Yeah.
So, like, sharp air contact can break it and stuff. It's just okay. How hot is plasma? Plasma is anywhere between 11,000 to 14,500 degrees Fahrenheit.
Holy shit. KJT Farms. Wrong button. I've got adaptive sharpen, tint, SMAA, tone map, and FXAA on. Hey, Turbo Farming. I'm doing pretty good. How you doing, man?
And the temperature of the sun is just under 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit.
So how is plasma created? Is it just from the friction of coming back into the atmosphere then, or what's the...
Yeah, the friction superheats matter, which causes the plasma blades.
Yeah, these are some pretty serious subjects, Steady. So what do they expect for the time for the impact?
Let me go check. See if Wallops is live yet. Nope. Impact, I was checking this earlier. Impact should be in 3 hours.
Will any of this be on the test on Monday?
Yeah, yes, all of this will be on the test on Monday.
Just kidding, the pop quiz is on Sunday.
Joke's on you guys. You have to show up to class for the pop quiz at 3 a.m. on Sunday. Also known as 6 hours.
So if I wanted to, when I'm done the stream, if I wanted to follow what's going on with this rocket, where would I want to go to see live updates?
Here's a pretty good one. I'll just link it to you personally.
All right.
Yo, what's up?
Hey, Mark.
What's going on?
Rocket.
Oh, not much. We were just talking about cryptocurrency, and now we're talking about that rocket that's fallen out of the sky.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, I got a guy at work that's been doing Bitcoin mining. He went out and bought a 3090, and he found some site, and he just does it like when he's at work, where he just sets his computer up, it does its own thing. It's crazy.
Kind of want to try it, but all I have is an RX 5700 XT, and I don't think I'd make anything. Pretty sure it'd cost me a fortune.
What the hell did he have before? He had upgraded. I don't remember what the hell he had. It was an AMD card.
He probably had a
a
5700 XT. That was like that's like the AMD card in terms of price to.
He had a pretty decent one, so I got the. What do I have? I've got a 1060 that I got off of him when he upgraded, and so he's still running both cards, just as extra mining capacity.
Oh my.
Oh yeah, he's all in. But he's like, oh yeah, I've made like $1,000 in the past 2 months.
Yeah, I feel like my electricity costs would be way up, and it wouldn't be worth it.
He claims it's not that much, but
I mean, some people are farming off that money.
Yeah.
yeah.
Not gonna name them, but you know who they are.
I know exactly who they are.
What are we getting electricity from to farm?
No, Bitcoin mining.
Oh, ironically, when we were out here on the beach today, that's what a bunch of my buddies were talking about was their Dogecoin.
Yeah, everybody's getting in on it.
Well, did you see the new one where it's hard drive based mining and it's actually going through the roof very quickly?
Really, I thought it flopped.
From what I saw yesterday, it looked like it was increasing in price very quickly. If something's happened between yesterday midday and right now, I don't know. Yeah, what Chia? Chia.
Chia.
Spent most of my day running around, got ourselves a real nice new fertilizer spreader
Oh yeah?
today.
What'd you get?
Oh yeah. Sundowner 500 liter 3-point hitch one. Just enough for doing what?
Oh, I was gonna say, how big is a 500 liter one?
It's supposed to hold like about 1,000 pounds. So it's a 3-point hitch one, pendulum style spreader. Just enough for us to be able to put, because we get all of our fertilizer in a 1,000-pound bag.
That makes sense. You guys gonna put that on you gonna put that on your 190?
Nope, that's probably gonna go on my father's AGCO, LT85.
Oh, okay.
We've been, well, for at least, we're gonna side dress all of our hay ground. He hasn't done it in a few years, and it's really showing now. But we've got that Massey Ferguson 180 that's all set up for doing corn. But we had one of the Frontier, the rotary style, no, the pendulum style slinger, and it just covered the whole back of the tractor. It's been eating the back of the tractor for the last 5 years. You have to get done spreading and then try to neutralize it. And still, the couplings are all junk on it. It's eating the fender.
Oh my.
Yeah. Well,
who made the
caustic is a bit.
I was gonna say, who made the what do you call it for Frontier.
The Frontier one, yeah. I want to say that it was Land Pride, but I don't think that the fertilizer spreader was a Land.
I thought Land Pride was owned by Kubota.
They are now.
Okay, I thought it was a company created by them. That's what I meant to say.
No.
Okay.
No, Land Pride's been around for decades, and they were supplying a ton of the Frontier stuff at one point.
That makes sense.
They just got bought by Kubota, and so now, my understanding is, we have a deer dealership that's really close by that we have a good relation with. He's struggling because all this short line stuff you can't get now.
Oh
Yeah.
My God, Mark.
Hey, Joseph, how's it going, man? Hey, JMH Customs, how's it going, man? So, Mark, Frontier was designed as a way for John Deere, because John Deere dealers can't just sell any brand they want, right? Like, you know how, like, you go to a New Holland dealer and they'll have, like, 15 brands on the lot of new equipment?
Well, yeah.
And then, so the way John Deere does it is it has to be a Frontier product, if John Deere themselves don't make it.
Exactly, and they've been trying to make less and less and less.
No, I'm just
That's
laughing at. Oops, sorry.
Hmm?
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Noah.
Oh, I was just telling Mark that I'm laughing at his name in here.
Oh, Slayer Turkey.
And of course he's not here.
No, I don't think he is.
So, like, because you heard about John Deere stopped making pull-type choppers, right?
Yeah, Dion makes them for them now.
Exactly, and it's painted like a little different shade of green and black, and
They are absolutely ugly when they're painted in John Deere colors.
yeah, I thought that was pretty bad. It's not green
Everything
and yellow, it's
is.
green and black.
Isn't everything that John Deere paints hideous green and yellow?
No.
Yes, sir.
No.
That's only because you don't know what color's good for you, Tyson.
Green and yellow. Look at this. Oh,
If it's coming out green, then you got a problem.
Black.
If it's coming out red, you got an even bigger problem.
Nah, you're fine.
Yeah, that really backfired on you, man.
It cracks me up how much we give each other shit for liking different colors of equipment, but in all, we're all pretty much the same. They all cost an arm and a leg. They all cost a fortune to fix. They all break down and you cuss and swear at them.
Well, it's all regional.
No. Red and blue equipment does not break down. I don't know what you're on about.
Yeah, okay.
I'm a diehard red man, and I know better than that.
No, it's all regional. Like what you had for a dealership in the area, and if the dealer was worth a shit, that really is what made it. Farmers go one way or the next.
Yep. Like around here, most of the planters are Kinsey.
Well,
See,
'cause that's
Kinsey planters are
Yeah,
rare
yeah.
here. And I guess it's
Really?
because we only have one Kinsey dealer for all of Ontario. Oh, I guess no, now Delta Power takes care of it. So
Well, according to you, so are pivots.
they are, dude. That is still the only one I've ever saw. We see like the large sprinkler systems on tobacco fields, though, like where it like throws the water. You know what I mean? Like it's like a lawn sprinkler.
Compared to Western Kansas, there's like no pivots around me, but there's a pivot like 2 miles away from me. So, but you get out west, and it's just they farm circles.
Wait, this is the wrong place to sell this. Did I? That's a. I forgot. I have to go down the road a little further. Hey, JM Farm, how's it going? So I think
My
I'm.
father taught.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead, man.
I was gonna say I think I'm gonna sell this and move everything back to the farm. We might call it quits. Depends if my fiance's back or not.
Tyson's gonna go knock a cat out again.
Hey, hey! Now, I had no idea the cat was behind the door.
What happens in offline chat stays in offline chat.
Wait, All the other cats know, like, they never lay behind a door. This go to open the door, and all of a sudden I hear a thud. All of a sudden, this cat just runs out from behind the door and takes off across the apartment.
Oh, I bet it won't do that again.
Yeah,
Probably not.
it's a pretty loud thud. I think these guys all heard it. Well,
Holy shit.
Cabe and Anhack heard it. Or no, were you hearing Anhack, or was it just Cabe and?
I wasn't here.
Oh, Cabe and Paul heard it.
Yeah, so finally took the truck for its first test drive, and it ended pretty catastrophically.
Oh, was that what the drive shaft picture you sent the other day?
Yeah, yeah. I'm going up the road to get it over 20, and all I can hear is cock, 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 cock. Uh-oh. I'm in a spot where I can't really turn around. The traffic was a little tight. Oh, I'm halfway to my father's farm at this point. Fuck it, I'll try making it the rest of the way. Just taking it easy, 20 miles an hour. And, you know, 3 o'clock in the afternoon traffic, everyone's getting out of work. Like, yeah, whatever, screw 'em. Pull up
Yeah,
and
whatever.
stop in front of the farm to make a left-hand turn. Stop. Okay, wait for traffic. Let out the clutch. Bang. I'm like, oh, what the hell?
I miss
My father-
driving. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you know you don't. You don't miss shit like this.
Yeah, no, I don't miss that part, but I do miss that feeling you get when you let out the clutch on the CJ. It just like vibrate all the hell. Like just
Yep.
you don't get that of a new Jeep. Mostly because the
But this-
engine's not twisting the frame when you let out the clutch.
Yeah, when you have that much power in it, yeah. Like, I could see my father, and I'm like he has the big John Deere in the middle of the driveway. He just finished apparently changing the oil, so I'm like hollering. You know, I've got 4 or 5 cars behind me, and this dude's trying to help me push the truck, and it's not moving. So I waved him around. He comes out with a bucket tractor, and I'm just like, I don't give a shit. Just put it against the back of the body and start pushing. And so, yeah, the tires chirped about 4 times, and then I heard a bang, and then it started free coasting really nicely. And that was the U-joint getting bound against the cross member, and then finally letting go. I'm like, oh, well, no, I'm not in the road anymore, so I don't care.
That's all that counts.
Yeah, so chased down parts today. I got it put back together. I got to make another spacer to increase the space between the output yoke on the transmission and the cross member.
Oh.
Not a huge deal.
What have I done? Just tried to drive forward and hit an invisible collision and almost almost joined the
This is the one
oh.
This is the one I told you about.
See, I can't. I haven't.
I can't find it either.
Yeah, that's always fun, right? Yeah, Dylan.
This is all-
Fixing. Better to drive green than fix red. Oops. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I almost
You're
joined
thinking
the.
about this
I
stuff.
almost joined
Go
the
ahead.
Mercer County space program there. Almost.
The good thing about fixing red is you don't have to do it 25 times, and then if the shop figures out that you fixed it, they don't sue you for it.
That's just rude.
So it's suing your customers for using your shit.
This fucking gravity wagon, my fucking lord.
Hey, NC Farms, how's it going, man? I'm doing pretty good, man. Just hauling these gravity wagons back to the farm.
65.
Hey, FS Club. Never expected to see you, man. Thanks, man. I saw that I saw you were streaming the map when it first came out, but I don't really watch a lot of YouTube myself. I'm always busy, but I did watch your first couple streams. Not live though. Obviously, I was at work. But it's nice to see you, man.
Oh, Tyson.
Yep.
Do you watch Growing Corn on Instagram, don't you?
Is he on Instagram or is he on TikTok?
Or TikTok?
I did. I go through phases where I just never check TikTok and end up with like 40 notifications.
He was on Beer Money Pulling Team the other night talking tractor pulling.
Oh boy.
And it was the most watched episode they have ever had. And it was freaking hilarious. There was 3 of them. There was him and 2 other guys, and they were all sitting there drinking Busch Light, and it was just hilarious listening to him talk.
I didn't know Beer Money Pulling Team had a podcast or anything, or a video.
Yeah. Yep. Like every Monday night at 8 o'clock.
On what platform?
Facebook.
Oh, okay. I'll have to look.
Welcome back, Mark.
Yeah.
Cabe's still AFK though.
I like your name in here, Mark. That's freaking hilarious.
Oh, Slayer Turkey? Yeah, some people, I'm not going to mention any names, Ghost.
Ghost.
I said Turkey Slayer, I got Slayer Turkey. I mean, I like Slayer and I like Turkey, so it works out either way around.
Oh, man.
Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be seeing Viper on for a little while.
Why?
He's moving in with his sister Monday, and she has absolute terrible internet.
Oh, good. I don't have to worry about somebody shooting wolves out from under my hunting stand while I'm trying to kill a wolf.
He said the same thing about you.
Well, he should be faster. He might have that 800 something hunting score.
Alright, let's go move the combine back here. We'll grind up the, what's in the tank of the combine.
I think Tyson needs to do some duck hunting later this evening when he gets some free time.
Maybe.
After time with a woman. Because I got a new 20 gauge I want to play with.
Don't you know Canadians, man, they're not allowed to do anything after the women get home?
Well, she's been out for like 3 hours, so.
You're not complaining though, right?
No, I'm not complaining.
And Tyson gets
just a little worried about what she's been spending money on for these last 3 hours. If everything's basically closed right now.
Oh, boy. Well.
No fun and games. Do you find out the missus went to the titty bar without you?
Oh God.
Man, I'd be mad.
She made her way down to London.
Oh. Well, by now she probably could have.
As long as she doesn't end up in a titty bar in Ohio, that's all I care.
God.
We got the one-leg strippers down here, so.
What?
Yes, we have a one-leg stripper at one of the strip clubs nearby.
God. Is her name IHOP?
Eileen.
Eileen.
Okay, why is it? Am I just not remembering how to use Follow Me?
Probably not. I mean, you're Canadian.
Hey, that's not funny.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with the Follow Me mod today, but let's pull this a little further.
The operator.
I boot you up mid jokes, eh?
It is clearly the operator here. FS Club, I can't wait to see you next. I can't wait to see you start streaming on Mercer again, man. And then it shouldn't be too much longer on Autumn Oaks. I'm hoping to be, like I said, I said in the last stream, not was the last one or the one before, but I was hoping to be streaming off Autumn Oaks, hopefully June into May. Okay, this thing just does not want to cooperate.
Operator.
It's definitely the operator, but I'm just trying to think. Is it not left control F? Or right control F?
Yeah.
Try it the other way around. Try to make the combine follow the truck.
Yeah, I guess I can do that.
Yeah, you'll have to limit yourself, but it's hard to see that camo of the John Deere with those green fields.
How do you clear the codes on a Model 60, Logan? It's just completely ignoring the, Alright,
Was
so,
it Morse
so
code?
yeah,
Oh.
Morse code.
70 years ago, that's the only thing I can think of.
Alright, it just looks like follow me is just not oh, you know what's messing it up is this. Most likely. Or something, I don't know.
Probably.
Yeah.
No, it's not Morse code. It's what's that secret terminology used by the Chinese and Germans during World War II?
It wasn't the Chinese, but the Enigma.
Or Japanese, I'm sorry, not Chinese, whatever. Chinese, Japanese, dirty knees, look at these, all the same thing.
God.
That's what you're doing later.
No.
In the middle of my stream, man.
I would say pictures are to happen, but I don't want to see that.
Yeah, Logan, they sued him for fixing his Model 60.
How? What? This is the first I've heard of this shit.
Yeah, how did they even...
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Paul.
That'd be
Angry
awesome, man.
America.
I'll have to find... Is your Discord on your Facebook page, man? And, I only stream on the weekend because I work afternoons, so I don't know what your schedule's like. But I'd definitely love to hop in one of your streams sometime.
Angry released his front end loader today.
Yeah, because...
A release.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because Nathaniel leaked it.
How did Nathaniel get it?
We've been asking this question since the beginning of time.
Oh my.
The better question is, how did he get it when Angry doesn't give anything out?
I'm sure this is a great discussion for when I'm done the stream, because I've got some input on
Yes.
this.
I was kind of thinking the same thing.
I've got
We're
some
gonna
great input on this.
We're going to take some time for a nice commercial break from Trucking with Cattle. There we go. Yes, Trucking with Cattle.
Trucking with, oh no,
Oh
that's
my
on the-
god. Yeah, he was way over hours one night. He just kept calling it Trucking with Cattle as he's sitting in the Discord channel.
It was great.
It was, yeah, he's called himself an outlaw trucker. It was hilarious.
Outlaw Trucking with Cattle. And next week, Outlaw Arrested Cattle. God, he cracks me up sometimes just by like just sheer freaking, I don't even know what you would call it, honestly. It's like cattle.
It
We'll
was
call it
hilarious.
cattle.
How do I get this? Oh wait, oh no, what have I done?
What was it, 17 hours?
18, I thought.
Yeah, close to it. Something around there. He's like, well, I'm running ag exempt. It's like, are you ag exempt? He's like, I don't know, but I'm saying I am. Like, you my hero, outlaw.
He's the bandit, clearly.
Yes, he needs to get a Texarkana and haul to Coors Light.
Dude, if that's not the community mission for ATS, and we have Georgia, and it's Georgia and Texas, right? Yeah. So
Yeah.
when we get Texas and they add Georgia, that the mission for the community had better be seeing how much beer we can haul in 24 hours.
Hold on. Are we still going to be alive then?
Yeah, good point. The rate they're going, I figured we'd have Wyoming by now.
Heck, by the time we get to that, we'll be playing Farming Simulator 2030 or something.
Yeah.
I hope that franchise is dead by then. If 22 isn't any, I'm waiting until everybody else gets it and gets their input before I even attempt one of them.
Yep.
I want to see what it's like.
I'm buying it. I think it's.
Yeah.
I think converting mods won't be as hard as it has been previously. They made great strides in 17. They made great strides in 19. I think the thing with converting mods from 17 to 19 is a lot of kids just never bothered to put any effort into them.
Oh, UDIM. That's so hard. Yeah, it is for me because I'm an idiot.
It's not hard. It's just really time consuming.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I hope we get like I hope they have at least some kind of custom trailer skin that matches the trailer that he had with the Highwayman. What do you call that, mural?
Yes. I might actually play ATS if they do that.
I might actually play ATS if they finish America before 2055.
Okay, so if they don't add the ability to haul beer from Texarkana to Atlanta or wherever, I don't know what cities they went to, but either way, I think those were the cities. Either way, if they don't add that, I'm going to be so disappointed if somewhere in Texas or Georgia there is not some kind of reference to Smokey and the Bandit. Because California has a reference to Bates Hotel or whatever it's called. Other maps have other references to other movies and stuff. So, you know what I mean? Like I'd be really disappointed if there is not some kind of Easter egg at least.
I think if they do a Tennessee one, they need to have the body farm.
The body farm?
Yes, they use it for like forensic investigation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think they should have a mission to where you can deliver to the body farm.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
Like use a reefer trailer to deliver. I don't know.
That's a little.
This is morbid.
I didn't even know that existed. No, I want. I really, really, really hope they do a Smokey and the Bandit reference.
It's only about 50 minutes east of me. I don't know exactly where it's at, but I would like to.
Do you know they actually set the Guinness Book of World Records in Smokey and the Bandit Part 2?
No.
There's no Smokey and the Bandit Part 2. We're not going to talk about that.
You're thinking of Part 3.
Part 3 sucked. Part 1 and 2 were okay. But in
Part 2 sucked. Part 1 was the only one that mattered.
Okay, Part 2 wasn't the best, but it didn't suck. Like Part 3 did.
Right. They, in the one scene where they launch one of the cop cars off of the auto carrier, it is the longest self-propelled car jump to this day.
How many foot was it?
It was, I want to say over 215 foot.
I thought Rob Dyrdek did further than that in a Ford or a Chevy.
Hang on.
Or was that he done it backwards? I mean, Dyrdek's a crazy son of a face.
Who is this guy?
Rob Dyrdek.
I don't know who that is.
He was a skateboarder.
Alright, the world record for the longest stunt car jump powered by a car powered by its own engine. 163 feet was performed by the film. Stuntman Gary Davis jumped a 1974 Dodge Monaco car. So,
How? That
because
thing weighed like a lead weight, dude. Was there any fucking ground left under it when it landed?
It was probably, hey, Trauma Medic, it was probably like what do you call it? Probably like a bomb went off when it landed.
I can imagine. I mean, oh my god.
Can you
This is
imagine
the-
that feeling of oh shit just before actual takeoff when you're doing a $120 in that thing, just going, oh shit, I'm really doing this. You
looking
can't take it back.
Oh, he was
Looking
driving it. It wasn't
looking
remote
off
controlled.
topic. No, it's in off topic. I just posted a photo of it.
Okay, hold
I
on.
gotta see this.
I gotta see this. Hold on. Sorry, everybody. This is a pressing matter.
You actually see him in the car.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
That could take down a 3-foot round tree just by hitting. I mean,
That guy went for a ride.
He actually, it says here,
And that's how the Grand Canyon was formed.
he
So
received
stuck
a
his head.
compressed vertebrae from a hard landing.
Go figure.
Now, is compressed vertebrae something you can heal from, or am I thinking of something else?
surgery.
Yeah. Did surgery for that.
Yeah, I got a friend that's got that from racing 4-wheelers.
That'll do it.
Every
It's
time.
not one of them walking off back injuries.
No.
I'm doing pretty good, Trauma Medic. I realized after I released my 70-30 series that this turning radius was a complete disaster on the 30-inch, so kind of feeling bad about that. I thought I had everything pretty much done the way I wanted it, but I did work on fixing that up, though. I gotta fine-tune it.
Is it?
Oh.
Now I'm curious. Okay, it's in motor theory. All right.
Probably a good time to clean up some of the equipment. I don't think I've washed anything on the stream in a long time. There's one
Rob
thing
Beardy.
David can do is a good spec map.
He jumped a Chevy Sonic, 2014 Chevy Sonic, 89 foot in reverse.
Would not want to be in that.
No.
He also done the world's first kickflip in a car.
A kickflip in a
Yes.
car.
In a car.
I don't know if I want to know how that's even possible.
I'm thinking the same thing.
You can imagine going 89 foot backwards.
Charlie Medics has a vertebrae compression, I think he said it was. He said sometimes it can heal, sometimes they can do sometimes surgery, and sometimes an infusion can fix it.
Infusion.
I have no idea what an infusion is.
They kind of weld it, if I'm thinking correct. It's like a weld.
That sounds
Except-
rough.
Well, you chicken fuckers, it's time for me to go. So, y'all have a good night, and I'll catch you in a week.
There we go.
I know where he's going. We all know where he's going.
Yep.
I'll message you guys when I get back home, and I'll make sure y'all know I'm still alive and I didn't get locked in.
You're a liar.
You wanna put money on it?
He doesn't get cell phone reception in there.
Paul, I've said this 10 or 15 times before.
How does the Sonic get going fast enough to do 89 feet, especially in reverse?
Well, dude, he was
Cool.
doing 43 mile an hour when he done the barrel roll, aka the kickflip. And he jumped 50 foot ramp to ramp doing that.
Oh my god.
In a fucking hatchback.
Dude, they certainly make those hatchbacks different than what I remember them being like.
Yeah.
I can't say I've ever even seen a Sonic in a while. I don't think people buy them. Well, I guess they don't make them anymore either, do they?
I don't know.
Oh, that's just like Ford's gonna quit making the Bronco.
Already?
One's so bad.
Yep, they've already ceased production on them.
It's supposed to be a limited edition thing.
Really?
Yep.
Oh my
I want one bad. Oh, they're still making them. Well, at least up to 2020 they were making them.
I just read today that they ceased production on them.
That's a lot of research and development for a company like Ford to just.
They might be ceasing production currently because of the computer chip market, though. Too.
Yeah, because they're not exactly a priority vehicle for Ford to make. Their profit margins are through the roof on those things. They're more expensive than a Jeep Wrangler by a long shot.
But
I gotta go.
They got goat mode.
Catch you guys later.
You got what?
Goat mode.
What is goat mode? I haven't even did much research on them. I just priced one out.
It's got 7 settings for terrain management.
Oh.
Yeah.
For people who don't know how to off-road.
Yeah, basically.
Is that right, Mark?
I don't know how to off-road.
No, I was talking to Mark Perry.
Oh.
What's that?
Oh, the Bronco has that terrain mode for people who don't know how to off-road.
They all have that shit now. It's fucking stupid.
Wranglers don't have it yet. Do they?
They got something, I thought.
Oh, they might. They might. Either way, you always put on cactus mode before driving like a prick.
Fuck, I'm gonna have to look and see what the wife's car. I know my wife's car got a bunch of stupid shit in it. And man, maybe if it's got cactus mode, I'm using that. I am using that.
You can get a base configuration of the 2021 Bronco for $28,500.
You sure that's not the Bronco Sport?
It's just the base. That's all it says.
No, that's the actual full size or whatever they're gonna call this Bronco.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get the strip model with a frickin' 2.3 manual, crank windows, whatever, and none of the add-on bullshit. Yeah, they're actually affordable.
For some reason, I did the math, and here in Ontario, out the door, you're looking at like almost 40 grand.
Well, that's because you got to convert it to maple syrup dollars.
Yeah, you do.
What, 7-speed manual? Oh, wait. What?
Yeah, it's got 2 granny lows.
2 of
Jesus.
them?
Oh yeah, so you can go really fucking low. Crawler. It's a rock crawler.
But it's only a 2.3 liter, so how fun's that going to be going down the road?
Well, think about Toyota, the 2.4 and the old Tacomas.
Yep, them 22 REs, you cannot kill them. You gotta have 4 freaking transfer cases to do anything cool, but...
You ain't killing it.
4 transfer cases.
Freaking Toyota guys, they got more transfer cases than brain cells, I swear.
Slim Diesel.
Has he destroyed that squatted truck yet?
I don't think so.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Oh no, he's gonna keep riding the wave on that. He is making so many people angry with that thing.
Oh, dude, I want to see it. As soon as he destroys that, I will watch the video end to end.
I think the only reason he's not doing it is piss off more people.
That's his whole business. That's his business model.
Yeah.
Is literally getting people worked up.
People's rage makes him money. Stupid
NC
amounts
Farms,
of it.
what do I need to look at? Alright. Let's take inventory of the straw and figure out what my next move is here. Probably going to call it a night, but I just wanted to kind of get a rough idea of how much straw I need. I don't think that's definitely not enough.
The video he released, I think it was yesterday or so, he was in Tennessee with it.
Oh, there's Ghost. Haven't seen him in a while.
Wow. Super Trucker.
Electric Polaris Ranger. I just...
Okay, so you say electric. I rode a electric mini bike today.
What are electric power sports? Like, I just imagine, I just can't think of electric being fun because I don't have an electric forklift.
Dude, that little thing was quick.
Actually, on something like that, maybe off-road it wouldn't be that fun, but the acceleration on that would be really fun.
Yeah, I imagine. But the part of the fun of off-roading is listening to that engine just fucking scream.
I mean, it was pretty gnarly. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, you were there last night. I can't remember what goes on in a day. So it looks like we're in a small square without most of the straw, and if I have anything left over, it'll probably get round baled and cash cropped. I was gonna lease a Heston baler, but I don't think I'm gonna now.
Last night was the bestest of nights.
The bestest?
Yep.
Yep.
Asbestos?
Yep, it's full of it.
The greatest thing made for mankind.
It's great for the lungs.
Yes.
Great for the lungs.
Little cancer never hurt anybody.
Never did.
Oh my god.
A lot of cancer hurt people.
Yeah, walk it off.
So, what even is asbestos? Is it just like a rock that they kind of just put around, like they kind of turned it into a powder, and then they were able to make stuff fireproof?
Let's
Couldn't tell
see.
you.
Hold on, I'm gonna go technical.
Oh boy.
Just a minute.
Alright, last thing we gotta do here is just grind up what's in that gravity wagon, and then we'll call it a night. Oh, Mark, you gotta... I haven't really messed around with it, but you gotta teach me the secret of slowing down a pipe animation, because this just flies around here.
It's a naturally occurring mineral composed of soft and flexible fibers. Well, let's see. Keep on reading. They got their own website. Asbestos.com.
It's the bestest.
Just...
I'm sorry, I'm leaving.
It's also got an exclusive cancer known as mesothelioma.
A little rock will never hurt no one, guys.
Hold on, is the website a parody?
No, it's legitimate. They've even got a toll-free number and everything, man.
Oh, okay. I'm just
It
making
was
sure it wasn't like
modified March 19th, 2021.
Alright, so... Oh, yeah,
Asbestos banned in more than 60 countries, but not the U.S.
America.
You guys don't hear this asbestos ban.
Approximately 90,000 people die from asbestos-related diseases globally each year.
Holy shit.
An estimated 125 million people worldwide remain at risk for occupational exposure of asbestos.
So why do they still use it then?
I will be among those estimated.
Yeah. Me
Why
too.
are you still exposed to it?
Fucking old buildings' roofs. Like sometimes you get the walls and shit.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
About 1.3 million U.S. workers in construction and general industry are
Oh, really?
exposure today.
Yeah, see, Mark, this is the, do you just shorten the, what do you call it? The scale on it, or what's the trick? Because I know with effects on, like, a belt, you just kind of scale it.
That's perfectly fine. I think that's how they come out of those.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, they come out at about 50 mile an hour.
All right, here we go. People,
At a 45-degree angle.
Yeah.
here's your top 12 high-risk jobs to deal with asbestos. Miners, millers, insulators, boiler makers, auto mechanics, electricians, plumbers, firefighters, construction workers, industrial workers, shipyard workers, and power plant workers. You would think at a power plant, uranium would be one of the worst. I mean, a little bit of nuclear cooking ain't ever. Yeah, who's kidding? We've seen what happened to Chernobyl.
Yeah.
Hey, at least we ain't got to worry about ovarian cancer.
God. Oh, that poor grinder.
The more you know.
Tyson,
Yeah.
how I would slow that down is because it's the ground feed portion of everything. The ground feed, go into the map, and under effects, maybe particle effect. It's not particle effects. It must be effects.
Okay.
I'd try slowing it down and there globally for. Well, it's not globally for the map. I think there's a way to do that if I remember correctly. It's been a long time since I've actually screwed with it too much.
All right. Yeah, I know you did it with the. I know you did it with the ear corn for me, so I figured I'd ask you.
Yeah, yeah. For the ear corn, the way that I had to slow everything down, those are the particles, because particles different. I don't know about just like the pipe.
Okay.
Fill.
All right, let's park all this stuff, and then I guess we're gonna call it a night here. You get a free Mount Manure shirt because you set up your Discord. Am I making shirts? I don't think I need shirts. I'm not famous.
You need them. I'd wear one.
I'd only wear one if they're U-dimmed.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh, hey, Cave's back.
Yeah, I'm back.
Gabe.
Oh, I apparently drove into the milk tanks. So the only thing I don't like about the VCA, if you press the clutch, your tractor just accelerates at full speed. You pretty much gotta hit the brakes first. I'm so used to hitting the clutch first. Yeah, NC Farms says the shirt's seen custom spec maps.
Yes. Hey, wouldn't they be custom spec maps anytime you got dirty in them?
Yeah, they would be, wouldn't they? Dynamic spec maps.
The stupid EMS cliche usage guide. What?
What?
Oh. The trauma medic could get a kick out of this.
Alright, let's park these gravity wagons. We'll wash the tractor, then we'll call it a night. Hey, Datwater. No, I didn't get a new combine. I traded the 9400 in on that thing a while ago.
Thinking that he found out his 9400 couldn't run a dime, and that he was losing all the crop out of the ass end of it.
No, it was the combine experience that messed me up, so I wish I wouldn't have got rid of that combine. You know how far ahead I'd be financially in the save game if I would have kept that 9400?
You know how far financially I would be ahead if I didn't have to feed my cows as much as I have to feed them?
Well, you're the one that cranked it up by 3 times.
I cranked it up to realistic.
Is realistic just 3 times? What the current number?
Yeah, it's roughly 3 times. I'm right over where people feed them, but it's so close though that 3 times is right
Making
there.
those things thick. Alright. Alright, with that, guys, we'll call it a night. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next Saturday. Have a good night, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Doodles.
Apparently my